What's up, my pilots? This is some Minecraft. This is a video to tell you guys about the new stuff in the 1.4 update. This came out on March 31st. The day most of you guys will see this video is April 2nd, so only a few days behind. Let's go ahead and jump in. I have made a new world on my new PC. It's called Icing because I used the seed icing to make the world. And wouldn't you know, it's a tundra taiga biome thing. And it's exciting. Hello! Doggies! Yes, this is probably what most of the work in the new update was. You may have noticed a new logo at the title screen, which I don't really like it at all, actually. I like the old one better. But these are wolves. Effectively dogs, I suppose. They only spawn in tundra and taiga biomes. So, or taiga? I don't know how you say that word, because I don't know if the A comes before the I or not. But I believe it's taiga. So you can find them spawning. They only spawn at light levels of 7 or higher, so it's during the daytime, or in well-lit areas already. If you want them to follow you, as both of these are, you just need to bring them a bone. It'll take a random number of bones. It depends. It varies from wolf to wolf. The number is pretty much random. We haven't figured out the limits yet. But it'll take at least one. So you bring bones to them, you right-click on them with the bone, and they will, eat it. And if you give them enough, they'll like you. You can tell that they like you when they have this red circle around their head. Because, okay, would you sit, please? Thank you. Good boy. Here, come here, guys. Come here. I'm going to name you Conquer. And I'm going to name you... Why don't you guys give me some suggestions? I need a name for my other wolf. Conquer was the one I found first. He took 3 bones to convince to join me. And this guy, or girl, I don't know, well, took 1. But you can tell that they're friendly because they have this red ring around their head. That's supposed to indicate that they have a collar on. That means they've been tamed. When they're tamed, they'll follow you wherever you go. So you can actually right-click on them to make them sit down, and it's sort of like saying, stay there. And they won't bugger off. And they also don't unspawn the way that pigs and other mobs will do. Is that a wild one there, or is that... No, okay. And they'll follow you around. You observe the way that they follow you. It's not exactly the most direct sometimes, but if they get too far away, they'll just jump. Something interesting is they will actually attack creatures that you attack. So if I decide that this cow needs to die, bam, punch it, and my wolves will attack it. Get out of there, would you? Oh, wow, they killed it really quickly too. Goodness. I'd like to actually demonstrate that again, if at all possible. That's one of the neatest things about these wolves, is it's essentially having a posse. Posse that kicks ass. They can take out a heart and a half, I think, with their bite attack. And they have a decent amount of health. You can lure them around with bacon, as well as raw pork. I think they actually might like better. But yeah, it's pretty neat stuff. And they'll follow you about. Honestly, that's the bulk of the new update, is that we now have doggies, which I think is just so cool. So cool. Wait, where's my house? I never can find my door. It's hidden over here in a hole. Have you guys seen this world before? Oh no, he fell in a hole. Oh, he's okay. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. The other updated item is what I'm holding here, and it is essentially useless. It's cookies. And thank you, Notch, for adding 1 new item. Just the amount it would take for me to have to update the texture pack. A link to the newest version of which you can find in the description. So you can see your cookies when you're on the Poncho pack. Yeah, you put wheat here, wheat there, and cocoa beans in the middle. The hard part about this is finding the damn cocoa beans. They spawn randomly inside chests in dungeons. And as of now, that's the only place you can find them. It's used to make brown dye. So if you're interested in that, actually, I think that it is brown dye. You don't have to make anything for it. You just mix it with wool. And voila, brown wool. But it's not the best way to use cocoa beans because you can find brown wool randomly spawning on sheep. Another update is that we now have pink and brown sheep that spawn naturally. Oh, something interesting. Wolves sometimes will have a hard time. They won't go through open doors. They don't think that there's actually a hole there. So you have to make a different path for them. They will follow 1 by 1 troughs, though, so he'll run right through there. So come in here. Sit! Oh, shit. Sit. Good boy. And they'll stay right where you put them when you tell them to sit. Did we lose somebody? He'll find his way in. They have kind of a roundabout pathfinding technique. But cookies restore, I believe, half of a heart, and you can only stack them 8 high. So in order to get anything for it, you really would have to eat a bunch of them at once. Oh yeah, here you are. Sit. Good girl. Aww. These guys are adorable. Wolves will become hostile to you if you attack them in the wild, and I'm not sure if the ones you've tamed will become hostile to you if you attack them or not, because I don't beat my animals. And neither should you. Just a public service announcement through Minecraft. Be kind to your feathered friends and furry friends. Unless your furry friends are actually people who like to pretend they're animals, then you can tease them all you want. Other than that, oh yeah, if you attack the wolves in the wild, they'll become hostile to you, and other wolves around will also become hostile to you, and you'll get your ass kicked. So don't go picking fights with wolves. Instead, bring them bones, tame them to your side. At this point, there's no limit to the number of followers you can have, the number of wolves you can have accompanying you. So if you had a good number, you could take them dungeon diving with you and kick some serious ass. Oh, but wolves will not attack creepers. They're smarter than that. Something that we haven't quite figured out yet. So we've got cookies, which are basically impossible to get because you have to randomly find one of the ingredients in the dungeon. And it's hinted that we'll later be able to grow cocoa beans, but at this point, the only way to get them is through dungeon chests. And only restore half a heart, so kind of worthless. Honestly, for how long it took for Notch to put out this update, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I really like the wolves, and I understand that there's a bit of AI in the background here, determining whether or not they'll tame to you, and then whether or not how they find you. Their pathfinding technique seems to be a lot more complicated. All the mobs and the enemy mobs, when they're attacking you, they'll run straight towards you, and the most direct path possible, jumping as much as possible to get above obstacles. Whereas wolves, they don't do that. They'll take sort of a roundabout way, eventually getting over to you. And they can find their way out of holes and out of dead ends instead of just jumping against walls. So obviously they put a bit of an AI system to build some pathfinding into these creatures, but I don't know if that merited the amount of time it took for this update. And the cookies are just worthless. That was a shitty idea. That and the new logo on the update screen and about 20 new bugs. So, yeah, what's interesting is he still hasn't fixed any of the bugs from 1.3, so I don't know. I'm becoming less and less impressed with Notch's work. When I first saw Minecraft, I sort of thought, man, one guy made this? How many hours of work did he put into this? This is some awesome stuff, and now he's giving it away for like $15? This is good stuff. And now more and more I see as the price goes up and the content updates become less and less frequent. Well, let me just say, I'm glad I bought it when I did, because I probably wouldn't pay for it now. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and if you guys have any suggestions, or anything that you'd like for me to annotate that I missed for this update, please let me know. And, just let me know what you guys are doing in your Minecraft worlds. I haven't really done much in mine. This world is sort of just a base, because I don't have a world on this PC, other than this one here. I suppose that I'll have to create a team of Siberian Huskies to follow me everywhere. Maybe I can get like 100 of them. That would be fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Minecraft video.